Welcome back to yet another edition of Books and Reading. On today's book review, I'd be giving you some nuggets from Robin Sharma's Who Will Cry When You Die, that was first published in the year 1999. In this lovely little book, Robin Sharma offers 101 simple solutions to life's most frustrating challenges to help recreate your life so that you'll feel strikingly happy, beautifully fulfilled, and deeply peaceful. There are around 101 valuable nuggets in all, but I would like to present just a few of them and leave the rest for you to read them at your leisure. The first important nugget of inspiration is discover your calling. Robin Sharma says, "When I was growing up, my father said something to me I will never forget. Son, when you were born, you cried while the world rejoiced. Live your life in such a way that when you die, the world cries while you rejoice." And so as you start this book, I respectfully ask you, who will cry when you die? Asks Robin Sharma. How many lives will you touch while you have the privilege to walk this planet? What impact will your life have on the generations that follow you? And what legacy will you leave behind after you have taken your last breath? How can I find greater meaning in my life? How can I make a lasting contribution through my work? And how can I simplify so that I can enjoy the journey of life before it is too late? For this, Robin Sharma says, you need to find your calling. I believe we all have special talents that are just waiting to be engaged in a worthy pursuit. We are all here for some unique purpose, some noble objective that will add value to the lives around us, says Robin Sharma. Develop an honesty philosophy, says Robin Sharma. We live in a world of broken promises. We live in a time when people treat their words lightly. We tell a friend we will call her next week for lunch, knowing full well we do not have the time to do so. Saying things we don't really mean becomes a habit when we practice it long enough. The real problem is that when you don't keep your word, you lose credibility. When you lose credibility, you break the bonds of trust. And breaking the bonds of trust ultimately leads to a string of broken relationships, says Robin Sharma. Keep a journal, says Robin Sharma. Maintaining a daily journal is one of the best personal growth initiatives you will ever take. Medical researchers have even found that writing in a private journal for as little as 15 minutes a day can improve health, functioning of your immune system, and your overall attitude. Remember, if your life is worth thinking about, it is worth writing about. Learn to say no gracefully, says Robin Sharma. It is easy to say yes to every request on your time when the priorities of your life are unclear, says Robin Sharma. If your priorities don't get scheduled into your planner, other people's priorities will get put into your planner, says Robin Sharma. I repeat, if your priorities don't get scheduled into your planner, other people's priorities will get put into your planner, says Robin Sharma. The most effective people concentrate on the areas of excellence, says Robin Sharma. In being so consumed by the important things, they find it easy to say no to the less than worthy distractions that clamor for their attention, says Robin Sharma. In being so consumed by the important things, they find it easy to say no to their less than worthy distractions that clamor for their attention, says Robin Sharma. Take a weekly sabbatical, says Robin Sharma. In ancient days, the seventh day of the week was known as the Sabbath, reserved for some of life's most important yet commonly neglected pursuits. Who cares if others don't understand what you are trying to accomplish by making the weekly sabbatical an essential part of your life? Do it for yourself, you're worth it, says Robin Sharma. Laugh more, says Robin Sharma. According to one study, The average 4-year-old laughs around 300 times a day, while the average adult laughs only about 15 times a day, says Robin Sharma. We have forgotten how to laugh. We have forgotten how to laugh. Daily laughter has been shown to elevate our moods, promote creativity, and give us more energy, says Robin Sharma. A friend of mine would go to his local video store and rent a Three Stooges movie or buy a book of humour, which he would then dip into when he had a few free moments during the course of his day. A positive person already, he began to notice that he felt even happier. Because of all the humour he surrounded himself with and the new awareness it created in his life, he also began to see the lighter side of things and no longer experience the level of stress he had felt in his professional pursuits. Increase your value, says Robin Sharma. In the new economy you now find yourself in, you'll be compensated not by how hard you work, but by how much value you add to the world around you, says Robin Sharma. Add value to your work, says Robin Sharma. To be paid more money in your work, you must add more value to the world. And the best way to begin adding value to the world is to start becoming a more valuable person. Acquire skills no one else has. Read books no one else is reading. Think thoughts no one else is thinking. Or to put it another way, you cannot have all that you want if you remain the person you are. To get more from life, you need to be more in life, says Robin Sharma. I repeat, to get more from life, you need to be more in life, says Robin Sharma. Stop condemning, says Robin Sharma. It is easy to fall into the habit of condemning others, even those we love most. We criticize the way someone eats or the manner in which she speaks. We focus on the most minute details and find fault with the smallest of issues. We focus on the most minute details and find fault with the smallest of issues. But what we focus on grows, says Robin Sharma. What we focus on grows, says Robin Sharma. Our differences make us unique, says Robin Sharma. Would you really want to live in a world where everyone looked, acted and thought exactly as you do? It would be a pretty boring place. To live a happier, more peaceful life, begin to see that the richness of our society comes from its diversity. What makes relationships, communities and countries great are not the things that we have in common, but the differences that make us unique. Rather than looking for things to criticize in those around you, why not begin to respect the differences? Rather than looking for things to criticize in those around you, why not begin to respect the differences, asks Robin Sharma. Be humble, says Robin Sharma. One of the traits I respect most in people is humility. The tree that has the most fruits is the tree that bends to the ground. My father taught me as I was growing up. The person who knows the most, who have achieved the most and who have lived the most are also the people closest to the ground. In a word, they are humble. There is something special about being in the presence of a person who is humble, says Robin Sharma. Find your place of peace, says Robin Sharma. Everyone needs a sanctuary or a place of peace where they can go to be quiet and still. Carving out a little time for yourself is not a selfish act. Replenishing your inner reserves allows you to give more, do more, and be more for others. Making this time to care for your mind and spirit will keep you balanced, enthusiastic, and youthful, says Robin Sharma. The purpose of life is a life of purpose, says Robin Sharma. May your days be spent in work that is engaging, on pursuits that are inspiring, and with people who are loving, concludes Robin Sharma. May your days be spent in work that is engaging, on pursuits that are inspiring, and with people who are loving, concludes Robin Sharma. That's all for now, and until we meet again on yet another engaging book review, it's me, Rufus, signing off for now. Have a great day ahead. Thank you.